Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Soulkation podcast. I'm your host, Logan Renee. Today, we're going to talk about Tired of Being the Responsible One, part 2. So make sure you go back and listen to part 1. We talked about in part 1, if you're the responsible friend, sister, co-worker, sibling, here's the truth. You deserve a shoulder to lean on too. Okay? You deserve to be admired, acknowledged, counseled, taken care of, loved on, hear amazing advice, and checked on too. Because you are more than your advice. You are more than your money, more than your connections that you provide for people. You are more than what you can do for people in your family. You get to design what fun looks like to you too. It's not always about other people. You are responsible for taking care of you. You really are. So in this episode, we're going to talk about ownership a little bit and a solution, because I don't want to leave you in that ownership space. But sometimes we just got to take ownership of some of the stuff that we, kind of help these other people out with, honey. So first thing coming out the gate is normally a lot of us would say, not a lot of people check on us. They're not worried about us or what's going on in our lives, but we really have to take a step back and look at, okay, if somebody that I trust asks me how I'm doing and I say I'm fine, but that's not the truth, it's no longer on that person. It falls on us. You know what I'm saying? If somebody come and say, sis, how are you doing? Oh, I'm good. Well, it's no longer on that person because you said you was good. You know what I'm saying? People can only do so much or ask you so many times. And if your answer is always, oh, I'm good, then they really do think that you're good. It's no longer on that person to carry that burden and that weight of, well, I'm not being a good friend when they've asked you. So sometimes it's just letting our guards down and saying, you know what? I'm tired. I'm sleepy. He got on my nerves. She got on my nerves. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel a lot of pressure right now. And it's not complaining. It's being honest with somebody that you trust. Especially if you feel safe with that person, it's okay to open up and share. I'm not saying do that with everybody, child. I'm saying people you trust and people you rock with only. Okay. Number 2 is consider this as an option. Maybe you are addicted to saving people. Maybe you think saving people is tied to people loving you or people needing you. Sometimes we don't know anything else but to offer advice or offer solutions, especially if people look to us as that. And when people look to us as saviors, we want to continuously be the savior. It's a title that, like, we don't want to give up. Like, I'm that person that everybody comes to for advice and everybody uses my advice. So they make us feel good. It makes us feel wanted or seen or needed or acknowledged. At the same time, it wears us out. And for some of us, it kills us. It kills us very slowly because it's a pressure and it's an expectation that if I call her, she gonna have my answer. So what we try to do is make sure we always have it, and that's not good. So, and people only can do what we continuously say yes to or answer to or provide solutions for. Of course, they're going to keep coming back if you're always the person saving them, So that's 2 things we got to take ownership of. When somebody comes and asks you how you're doing and you trust them, be honest with them. Tell them how you really, really are feeling. Again, people you trust, not these random folks that ask random questions that truly don't care. Also, we got to own, maybe we're addicted to saving people. Maybe we feel like that's how we're going to receive love, or that's how we are seen or just acknowledged or, needed. If I offer advice, if I offer a solution, people just keep coming back to me. And that gives me a sense of worth. So a lot of times it's not on other people. We got to own that we carry that burden a lot of times ourselves. Here's a couple solutions. The great thing about life is whatever you don't have, you have the authority and the permission to create it or to bring it in your life or set it up in your daily routine. You have authority and you have permission. So let's say you don't have somebody that you feel safe with or comfortable with. There are multiple apps out there. Bumble is one. and it's called Bumble BFF. If you truly don't have somebody that you sincerely trust or have a relationship with, just because you didn't have a close friend in college or a close childhood friend doesn't mean you can't have one in adulthood. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have a friend. Nothing wrong with that. So if that's something that you've been struggling with and you feel like you don't have anybody, find a best friend, literally ask. And we forget all the time, just ask God, hey, I want a genuine friendship with somebody this year. I want to start building a friendship, a relationship with somebody that I can trust and be honest with. Somebody, the same friend that I'm looking for, God, make me also. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I want in my life. And get on Bumble, go to some of their events. I don't know if it's everywhere, but I'm pretty sure every city has some type of event, some type of function that you can go to and just see who you vibe with, not forcing anything, you being yourself, hopefully she's being herself, and y'all actually build a genuine connection, if that's really what you want, because you definitely need people in your life that have your back and that's really authentic and genuinely themselves and somebody that you feel safe with. Also, I've learned that we look to our friends to be our therapists or our coach or our mentor, and they just maybe have never dealt with what you're dealing with. So then that's an added pressure to the friendship that you just built, like if your friend has never been depressed, there's no way she can counsel you through the depression. Your friend at that point is supposed to be somebody that's going to hug you or hold you and let you cry and tell you, girl, please go to therapy, or, if you don't have somebody you feel like you can share the whole story with, maybe you do need a coach. Maybe therapy is something that you should definitely look up. And I know a lot of people, say they don't have insurance. So there are apps, what's the name of that app? Talkspace. It's different ways of getting therapy without paying a lot of money, and here's some more saving graces outside of having somebody you feel safe with, having a therapist, a coach, or a mentor. Another saving grace is do not disturb. Okay. When I say my best friend is do not disturb, when I'm recording, when I'm doing my work, when I'm in my purpose time, when I'm reading, when I want silence, my phone is on do not disturb. Not because I don't love people in my life. Everybody that knows me, know I'm going to call you, I'm going to text you, I'm going to reach out. I want a relationship with you. So this is not me shunning people away. This is me protecting my peace, protecting my time, protecting the things that I have planned for the day to get done or to accomplish. So it's not to push people away. That's not what I'm saying. When you need sacred time, when you need time to knock out an assignment, when you need to finish a rough draft, whatever, do not disturb. Do not disturb. But let me tell you what's going to happen. All this advice or help or counsel that somebody going to need, they going to figure it out. So by the time you call them back, child, you ain't got nothing to solve. All the issues are gone. They just solve their own crisis. And sometimes another saving grace is all you can do is pray for people. Listen, not say nothing, and just pray for them when y'all get off the phone. You don't have nothing. I think sometimes we should go on a purge of giving advice and just listen to people. Be like, yeah, that's crazy. Life. And not give no advice, provide no solutions, don't help nobody, don't come in with your cape on, Captain Saver girl, just listen. You're like, okay, child. That's my favorite thing to say. I just listen. Don't offer no advice. And when y'all hang up the phone, go pray for that person. Another saving grace could be responsible for providing your means of safety. What I mean by that, find a place where you can be free and let your hair down. It might be, I remember I was interviewing Brittany Morton. She's the founder of Saved in the City. And she said, I go to this workout class. I can be as free as I want to do what I want to do, twerk if I want to. It's just me. People don't know who I am in there, and I just have a good time. Especially if you're looked at as this person that does no wrong in people's eyes, or, you know, you don't have a bad day, or, you know, you're CEO of a company or you're attorney. There's a stigma that they just put on a lot of people, and it's heavy. It's a lot of pressure. Find a place where don't nobody know you. Go let your hair down, have a good time, and just be free. You know, you have to create your own place of safety, and then create what your freedom looks like. Is it karaoke once a week? Is it hiking? Is it bungee jumping? You know, go somewhere you don't have to be the planner or the organizer. It's a place you just attend. You just show up, honey. You put on your good shoes, put on your good eyelashes, or put on a little mascara, you know, and just have no boundaries, or not have any boundaries, but you set the boundary. You set the limit, and there's nobody expecting you not to act a certain way or not to do a certain thing. There's not pressure. You know what I'm saying? You go and just be yourself. You be your authentic self without having to be the responsible one, without having to be the big sister or the planner or the one that has to keep it together, or the one that got to say this person because she falling out drunk. Child, just go by yourself. Just go by yourself. Be safe, have fun, but just be by yourself. Recap. You deserve to be counseled, to be admired, to be looked out for, to be checked on also. Okay? But we got to own two things. Own the fact that when people ask you how you're doing, be honest with them, especially if it's somebody that you love, somebody that you feel safe with, that you trust. Tell them the truth. Tell them how you really feel. It's not complaining, it's releasing it. Because once it's out of you, it feels so much better, and it gives you room and space to move on. Also, consider the fact that you might like saving people. You might be captain. You might like being Captain Save a Girl, because you feel needed and you feel like, okay, I'm giving such amazing advice. People love coming to me. I love when people take my advice and they go start a business or a company or something that I, you know, told them or gave them an idea with. I'd be like, yes, it's like a little juice to the ego, just a little bit, you know. But sometimes they can wear you out. Okay. A solution is find somebody. If you don't have somebody in your life that you can be honest with and tell the truth to when somebody asks you how you're doing, you have to create that relationship. And there's nothing wrong with it. That does not mean you're needy or you're desperate. There's nothing wrong with a friend. Jesus had friends, you know. Also, don't look for friends to be your savior if that's not their lane, like battling depression or anxiety, or let's say you got 4 kids and your best friend doesn't have any. She may not understand, you know. She may see your struggle, but she's not living inside your struggle. So maybe at that point you need therapists or you need a coach. And some saving graces is putting your phone on do not disturb, you know, listening and not offering any advice, going on a purge of not giving nobody no tips, no tricks, no lifetime achievement awards, honey, and finding your place of safety where you can let your hair down and just enjoy your life without anybody expecting you to be a person, be the person in their minds, you know, like you're just free. And you're enjoying your life and you're enjoying your time. Again, thanks so much for tuning in to the Soulkation podcast. Make sure you subscribe. Give this show 5 stars. Also rate it. I want this show to be in front of millions and millions of women, because I know that a lot of us that are these type of women feel like we're alone. Feel like we're just carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders, and that's not true. I want this Soulkation brand I want 33 million women following the Soulkation brand. Not for me, but because it's a place of safety for all of us. There's so many women doing amazing things that feel alone and feel like, you know, they have to put up this facade or they have to be this perfect person. I can't sweat. I can't let nobody see me have an off day or a bad moment. And that's just not true. So make sure you share this video with your friends. If you're looking for a personable or actionable guide, like you're trying to start a business, or you just feel like with your business, what you struggle with the most is self-esteem and self-confidence, I would love to get on a free consultation call with you. Just click on the link in the show notes, and we can hop on the phone. So yeah, I will see you all on the next episode of the Soulkation podcast. Have a good one.